as you can see, this is not a Gwent stream now, and a Divinity Original Sin 2 stream. Because I decided that recently, or like for a long time, I've been playing a lot of single-player games, and I didn't really stream them. I was just playing on my own and doing my own stuff, but I decided that mostly my playthroughs could be streamed rather easily without me putting much effort into them and not impeding my gameplay or anything. And I think that a lot of the gameplays I make could be pretty fun to watch in general, and also the channel was kinda stagnating on Twitch because I just don't like playing Gwent that much right now. I don't feel the love for Homecoming that much, so I prefer the open beta Gwent. So, well, too bad, but I decided that I should start streaming most of the single player games I'm playing all the time, so for your enjoyment, and I think I will just be posting those playthroughs on also on YouTube from now on, and I'll be just posting all those playthroughs will probably take like weeks, maybe even months to complete, because some of the games are really long. And I will just haphazardly switch the games I'm playing, because playing games is mostly supposed to be fun, and I see no point in streaming games that aren't fun for me. So anyway, I will try to make the content enjoyable, so I hope you'll be enjoying it. And this will be in Divinity. I'll be playing a solo honor mod run with Necromancer, and I've got a few profiles on Divinity for different honor runs, because you can only have one honor mode run on your profile. An honor run in Divinity is a run in which you can only have one save file, and if you die, you lose your save file and you can't continue the game. But for whatever reason, you can't have multiple honor playthroughs on one profile, so I need to make multiple profiles if I actually want to switch the runs. So let me make a new one. And I really think that Divinity can get pretty old pretty fast in the general settings, and so I decided to include a lot of mods that are actually, I find them rather interesting. And I want to include mods that I tested on previous runs, so they won't actually be super random, and I think they are quite enjoyable. And thanks for the opinion, Zulu. And I definitely agree that you need an audience to build an audience for something like this, and I think I plan to make this like a long-term project. So I don't plan to get massive amount of views or subscribers or anything just playing playing a certain games. I just plan to play the games I usually play, and even though there might not be a lot of people watching, I'm planning on posting all of them on YouTube, and they are not going anywhere. So if, let's say, some people will actually find the channel when I'm playing some kind of game, they might get interested and just check all the previous playthroughs on YouTube. So, and as long as it doesn't cost me much to just record all those games I would be playing anyway, so I might as well do that. Yeah, so that's the plan, pretty much. So let's get on with it. I won't be explaining how to play, how you play Divinity in general. I would just assume that you guys mostly know the basics, and I'll just explain what the mods are. Most of these are gameplay enhancements that add abilities or rework some of the gameplay aspects. Also, the mod list will be available in the description for sure. I actually made a collection on Steam for all the mods I'll be using. There are a few mods that actually make the gameplay harder. Talents just make buff some of the talents that are more useless. Sprint makes the character faster, so you don't spend billion hours running. Greed makes the items more interesting in general. Interesting uniques makes the unique items more interesting. Enemy randomization gives random buffs to all enemies in the game. Some of them are pretty stupid or rather imbalanced, but they also increase the loot from all enemies to balance things out. Origin tags is just some random mod. Preserve the tags when you shapeshift, which is pretty important for some dialogues. Tooltips makes it so there are more items written on the screen when you actually check with Alt. We'll be using free pet pool because pet pool is technically doesn't give you anything, but it's pretty mandatory for the story, and it feels really cheap to have to buy the talent for just to make the game more enjoyable, but actually not giving you any combat utilities. I would like to play Attribute Insanity, but the mode is seriously imbalanced and buggy as hell, so it would make the in the later acts the gameplay would absolutely be terrible. Chronomancer gives you a class that actually manipulates time. It's pretty fun, from what I tested. Crafting Overhaul gives makes a lot of recipes, pretty much. Hybrid Spells gives some cool new spells that are pretty fun to play with. Meta Sorcery is also another class that's pretty fun to play with, but I'm not sure I'll be actually using it. Odin Blades made some good overhauls for a lot of classes, which are spell classes. Even though we are not going to play Aerophurge, Geomance, Hydros, Sophist or Pyrokinetic builds, we are still probably going to use the basic abilities, and it also adds new abilities to the enemies, and most of them are really well designed. Spectre is a class that uses mostly physical spells, so it will actually be a great addition to the build I'm trying to make. Level up equipment is a nice way to actually make a build that is good without spending billions of hours in shops and resetting and cheesing shopkeepers with equipment resets, because you cannot reset the items that shopkeepers are selling in the game till you find something that's actually useful, but it takes a lot of time that is just unnecessary. So you can just level your equipment with this mod. So once you find a piece of gear that you actually want to use, instead of having to throw it away once you level up, you can just level it up with you, so you don't spend so much time on finding new equipment. You can respec in this game all your talents, but for whatever reason you can't respec in Act 1, so this is just some quality of life mod. Infinite Spirit Vision. Spirit Vision is a spell that is pretty mandatory in use, and you need to spam it a lot in Act 2 forward, so instead of spamming it you can just get a mod that gives you it for infinite duration. And Better Laura just makes Laura. Laura is an NPC that runs after you all the time, so this mod just makes him more tanky so he doesn't die randomly. And Necromancy Overhaul is actually a mod that I wasn't testing, but I wanted to really check it out, and I never played a Necromancy focused build, so here we go. And these are all the mods. So these are there's quite a lot of mods actually, but hopefully the game shouldn't crash. At least it didn't crash when I played something like this on other profiles. Yeah. Yeah, so before I decided to actually stream this, I made a run like this with similar mod list through Act 1 and Act 2, and it didn't crash. Only that Attribute Insanity was buggy as hell. But even then the game was mostly stable. It never actually crashed the game, only made some effects that definitely weren't supposed to happen in the gameplay itself, but thankfully the game wasn't uncompletable or insanely broken, just a bit broken. Yeah, and because I have so many mods, the game actually needs to compile all of them, and this leads to really long load times, so we will just have to deal with that. I think I will have to play XCOM. That you mentioned it, Zulu, because I never played the game and I heard a lot of good things about it. I kinda like strategic games. Easy though. Also, I'll be playing using only one character on Lone Wolf. I won't be using 2 characters because that's just too easy. And I won't be using Fane because Fane is so broken it's not even funny. I made my first run on when I was playing first time solo. I played on Fane and it was just so ridiculously broken that the last act was just Fane is so stupidly broken that you don't even have to actually make a build that works. You can just spam reset on turns almost infinitely and kill people with while doing almost 0 damage. Because you can just reset turns infinitely. Yeah, I personally love Heroes of Might and Magic 5. But all the other parts are pretty shitty to me. Even the Heroes of Might and Magic 3 is pretty shit, honestly. In my opinion. The gameplay is pretty imbalanced, and 67 is a joke. But Civilization is too slow for me as well. So I was thinking about using if I actually wanted to use an origin that really works well, I would always pick Fane because it's just imbalanced. But let's pick an origin that I didn't play so far. So I would go with Beast or Sebille. And I will probably just pick something custom for the talents. And okay, for the talents, I'm always going to start with Lone Wolf, since I plan to only play with one character. Lone Wolf just makes it so, instead of playing a 4-party, you can play 2-man party, with all the characters getting massive boosts to those statistics, to make up for the less amount of party members. So I'm going to use Intelligence for this build, since I'm playing a mage that's playing... Necromancer is pretty much a mage that stacks Intelligence and deals physical damage instead of elemental in this game. And just to make it more interesting, like, pretty much in this game, you always go for Thievery. And then either spam Thievery or Persuasion, but I will just take 1 point in Thievery, because it's mandatory in early game, and then I'm going to spam Sneaking to make it more interesting. And I need Warfare. Hello, Shamek. Welcome to the stream. Warfare is mandatory. It's just broken. Like it's kind of unfortunate because there's actually a set amount of skills that you need to pick in this game. It's just how balanced works in this game. You need certain amounts. If you go physical build, you always need to put 10 points into Warfare because it just gives you 50% more damage, and also the AoE, the CC is too good to pass by. And I'm wondering if I should go Sibyl or Beast. But Beast's abilities are all elemental. I don't plan to go elemental. Break the Shackle is pretty useless, honestly. Okay, maybe it's not completely useless. Break the Shackles might be pretty good, and Flesh Sacrifice is kinda broken as well. So I might as well go with Sibyl. I have points to spend. What points? These are a lot of points. So anyway, well, I have to start with Battle Stomp and Battering Ram because when you play solo, you need to just... In this game, you just spam CC pretty much in all game, and that's how you win. But with all these mods, I have fuck ton of new abilities, and I honestly don't know how most of these work, so I'll just have to figure them out at some point. Necromancy lets me get alive from dealing damage. Technically. Okay, I'll just pick mosquito swarms, I think. I should pick something that has low cooldown. Oh, Agony is actually pretty good. From what I see here. Too bad I can't... Even though I picked memory, I can't pick more skills for the start. Oh, I didn't pick the tutorial skip. Okay, we just play through it since I...
Still easy.
Okay, the first phase of the game is just... It's just pretty much tutorial. But you can pick some useful items on the way.
What a dismal way to wake in the belly of the beast. Let's see if I...
Technically, playing as much combat
In the meantime, you'll find him on the other side of this deck.
is a good... It's a good idea to fight a lot in this game,
There's been a murder here.
since you get experience for all fights pretty much. I can figure out if I'm sprinting or not. Okay, now I'm supposed to be sprinting. Tutorial is also a good a tutorial can get a lot of money pretty easily by just thieving from everyone when they are unconscious.
Standing at the
So you admit it?
Yes, I...
She turned.
There are other...
Good. You there, sorcerer.
By all means. She reached. I'm just subdued. She's pressed.
Yeah, I'm just keeping through the tutorial because honestly, I've played through the tutorial so many times, and I'm almost certain everybody who plays this game doesn't find it very interesting. So pretty much everybody's dead, except for the important characters, and since they are unconscious, you can pickpocket everything they have. Pretty much. As long as you manage to actually click on them. Also, let me... I don't want them to add arrows, potions and scrolls to my hotbar. This button is unnecessary, since I won't be turning off the sprint.
If analyze motion.
Come on, click on him. Thank you. Even though these items are pretty useless for me, it doesn't change the fact that I can sell them for quite a lot of money. I think there's loads here, yeah. Each resurrection scroll sells for like 50 gold, and everything costs a lot of money in the yearly game.
That doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards.
Okay, honestly, I probably should just run through it.
Thing snaps into splinters.
You can get like an optional fight here, but it's really not that important. You can also get Deathlock Barrel, which lets you cheese through the game if you really want to. Okay, so now the basic practice of just CCing everybody to death. At least, thankfully, this time I'm playing a character that actually does damage. Or at least plans on doing damage. Because I also played once... The previous run I played was with a tank character on mods. And it's fun, but oh my god, is it insanely slow to play a tank. It's just painful at some points.
That means there's still a chance.
There are some collectibles I can get here, but seriously, I don't care that much. They're more worth that a lot.
Hear that, kid?
What about the ladder?
No, fuck off, kid. We are getting out of here. These guys are going to survive anyway, so I'm done with this tutorial. Also, Giant is probably... I think I could... elves have the ability to eat body parts, and you can actually get quests and skills from eating certain body parts. And honestly, I know quite a bit about this game, but I'm no expert. And I definitely don't remember every point in the game where I can get something from eating something. Some special body parts.
I suppose I'm the low.
Yeah, some of these mods that add new classes make special trainers from which I can trade and get this stuff. Okay, so I'm just gonna sell all my resurrection scrolls, since they are useless anyway, since I can't resurrect myself with them, and I've got nobody to resurrect them with. Okay, actually, I'm gonna keep the scrolls and grenades for now, because the beginning of the game can be pretty damn tough, honestly. I actually don't have enough money to get anything yet. Oh, I can't identify them because I don't have the identifier glass. Can I identify them here? No. Okay, now we run. Apparently, this kid can be pretty vindictive when you steal from him. So, better not to tamper with him too much. Normally, this mirror here lets you respec. Normally, it wouldn't be here, but since I have mods, now it is here. Okay, I'm just gonna delay. I can take some damage. As long as I don't get one-shot. Okay, I might have to reload. I forgot that I have battering ram. And yes, if you delay... Okay, I better load. If you get delayed, and then they CC you, the CC actually lasts 2 turns instead of 1, since... weird status coding. Yeah, I can just CC them from the start. So I'm obviously going to play Necromancer, but I actually need to... I'm going to start with non-Necromancer because I just don't have enough spells to make that work. I'm gonna play melee first. I didn't hit him, or what? Okay, I should be fine. Okay, this should kill him. The agony does damage to him. Okay, the agony does what damage? 1? Okay, never mind.
I thought these bloody collars were supposed to keep those things at bay.
Oh, I should have got a bedroll when I was on the ship.
Magister Jalen from the ship. I would have chosen a swifter death for him myself.
Next, so I can respec here, but I'm definitely not planning on respecing now. But at least I got my HP back.
Look here, Quercus. What's that? But that is no... What? Oh, we need only follow in its big... What do you... Oh, no. Now.
Yeah, so... Cellular was not in the game at the start, but... They added him as a free DLC, and he just gives you a new questline, pretty much. It's pretty quirky, and Cellular actually... What the fuck did I do? Okay, I might have to reload. Okay, I have to reload. I didn't save. Okay, no. I have to reload. This is way too close to dying. Okay, I fucked up, definitely. I think Red Prince actually remembers I stole from him the previous time when we were on the ship. Interesting. I miss him again. It's almost as if the RNG was hard-coded. Yeah, the beginning is both boring and interesting at the same time. Because actually making... Most people, when they make this run, they just pick a second person, or like, pick Summoner, get the Summoner Tal abilities, because Summoner is the best you can get for early game. Just to make the early game bearable on a solo run. And that's fine, but that's boring. Actually it's pretty difficult to get through early game with what you get. And I'm going to abuse invisibility a lot in this run, because if I'm not going for Summoner early game, then there's absolutely no fucking way I'm gonna make this work otherwise. So, for those who don't actually know what the invisibility abuse is, you'll learn it soon. Basically, it only works when your entire party is invisible. Okay, I'm gonna get to level 2 before I move onward to another fight. I could honestly use a shield, but then I'm kinda like... I'm definitely going to use shield once I get decent amount of abilities that do damage, but for now I'm just gonna stick to dual wield, probably. Or two-handers.
Answer him.
Okay, I need a yarrow flower, it's supposed to be somewhere here. Yeah, it's here. Will you let me complete the chain quest without doing any fighting?
I would not dream of subverting our cause.
Stay back.
We know
I'd sooner...
If you could...
This can't be...
you shouldn't.
Yes, she dies. Alexander is a jackass. Dallas doesn't give a shit. Yeah, pretty much the entire Act 1.
Come. Will be needed elsewhere.
Funny fact, you can actually fight these guys right now. And you can kill everybody, pretty much, except for Dallas and Alexander. If you fight Dallas, she will just escape when she reaches low life. From what I remember.
I want no trouble. Dear one.
Respect and intent. Just that lone wolf.
The thug.
Tie up, elf. No one's
The intent burrow. The elves.
Follow me.
Obviously we stand by the side of the elves, since we are elves as well. And this way we get another chain quest for free experience. So why wouldn't we do that? And since we are in the city and we have Thievery, I'm just gonna spend quite a bit of time stealing skill books from everybody. Because skill books, as you might have noticed, cost a fuck ton of money. And I really don't have enough money to make that work. Otherwise. That's the biggest problem if you don't go for Thievery. In the early game, you really don't have enough skill points, enough money to buy all the books you want. Only once you get to like level 60 you get enough money to buy what you want. At least on one character. If you have multiple characters, you need to buy more skill books, or like multiple copies of the books. So the money is even more tight, and you want to get equipment for everybody. So playing solo or duo character has some good merits to it.
Thank you for your help with that, thug. To be vulnerable, it is not wrong to walk in the camp. It is wrong. I hear in this.
Yeah, she tells her own story here. Yeah, you can also craft books if you know how to. And if you have the correct scrolls. Also, Battering Ram and Battle Stomp are like extremely broken and mandatory for the game, for the early game, and pretty much the entire game. And you can only use them with melee weapons, so I'm definitely not switching to ranged. Even after I switch to caster, I'm going to be using shield and melee weapon. Definitely not a wand, because I need Battle Stomp and Battering Ram for DCC. At some point I'm going to start investing into wits, because I'm probably going to go for crits, but that's going to be from mid-game onwards. I will need a fuck ton of memory, probably. And I need polymorph, just to get polymorph abilities. I normally would go for Thievery here. Actually, yeah, I will go for Thievery. Just to make the gameplay more smooth.
What? Huh? Yeah. The cat opened.
Normally you can't talk with animals, that's where pet talk comes in. Stating the obvious.
No one tells me there are so many children. I never know.
She's just here to give you some meaningless conversation.
To disturb you.
I
There can be a way. My pretty is you bring. I see something that.
Okay, you actually can talk to the kid, and there's a quest with Moody, this guy here.
You're really ready. Go.
Okay, so you just play a game with him, and if you play with him, he will actually bring you to a different location and give you some experience for the quest. So we are going to do that. He goes invisible here. I'm not sure what's the explanation in the game for the fact that he can go invisible. Maybe there's some lore to it. He's supposed to be somewhere here. Yeah. Okay, I need the shovel here. I think I can buy it from Sahila.
I am glad to see you. You fill me with
Or not. And Vivifying Glass is actually super expensive for whatever
Do you
reason.
remember what it is like at home?
I was pretty sure I could buy the shovel from these guys on previous playthrough. Maybe it's just random.
State your business.
Okay, I need to find the shovel before I can actually go onwards. Okay, so before we do that, I'm going to give a yarrow flower to Migo,
the creature
so I get restoration.
a little query. The creature gingerly takes. Darling, dear. Dear, the creature. You wouldn't understand. The creature big for you.
Okay, so that's why we needed the yarrow flower, so we could give it to him and he would give us the ring, which gives us restoration. Okay. And now we can use that restoration to complete another small quest. We can heal the guy over here.
think you're so fancy with your flashy abracadabra, don't you? Won't you take?
Okay, and he gives us
I never thought
cards that are marked, which can use in another quest to get some money and free experience. But also I could explore the camp a bit and get some money. Okay, we are getting logs for quests that we aren't even supposed to be should be aware of for now. So that's interesting. Okay, there's a bedroll. Bedroll is the way for restoring your HP in this game. It's mandatory. Because we don't actually we get magic armor and physical armor naturally when out of combat, but we don't get our hit points back without resting.
Who's asking?
He smirked.
I'm listening.
Okay, we want to rescue our mirror, so we get the...
stealing supplies. A crate of food, etc. All I want is my...
We tell him that we get everything back.
Clown die in a gutter instead of my kitchen. Bring back my crate, and you got yourself a deal. Sure.
Okay, we don't show the card to him. That's a very bad idea. Okay, thankfully identifying low-level items is pretty cheap. Okay, and we get some free stats from the build. There's supposed to be the lizard somewhere here. But we got the quest related to Sibyl. Okay, here it is. Okay, so... Okay, so I'm just gonna steal his spellbooks. I don't even need them, but they are wolf mana, so that's it.
Huh? What? But I was... I am Stingtail. Sibyl, is it?
Something suddenly
Confound my drug-addled brain. It is... she. You're she. The Master's chosen. Scar first. I was made to weave it.
Yeah, so this is the personal quest for Sibyl
I
only.
would undo it if I could. Oh, I surely would. I surely would. But I cannot. Only the Master. I can't. I swear, oh merciful lady, I swear. Only the Master.
Stingtail writhes.
Please, I don't know the whereabouts of the Master.
He winces and moans. Tears stream down his shivering face, but he doesn't speak a word. A sharp shock of panic jolts through.
No, stop. The wolves. The lone wolves. They may know about the Master. The Master. He's been using lone wolf mercenaries ever since your escape. They may know where he is. Lone wolves need to be paid in person. They may know where he is. He's over yonder. I've told you all.
Stingtail stands before you with a single stab. Both his dead eye. It's over.
Okay, so I would kill him no matter what, since we need the oranges he has, and we also get experience, so whatever. Oh, and even if we didn't get anything, we can eat his.
The Master.
We can get the information by eating his remains. Okay, I've got a bit already. So now I need to get. What is it? Oh, the shovel, so I can actually dig in the earth.
Griff glances from his blade to you and back again.
We don't interrogate Griff. That's a bad idea.
Griff, Ted.
Looks like everything's accounted for.
He raises.
Looks like someone. Your guys.
Okay, and now Amiro is free. And we get more experience. 0 fighting so far.
It is done.
I hold my end of the boat. It is for. Give me you. I give you. I go.
Okay, we can't equip amulets for now because we have source color.
There are no sources.
If a magister finds
Yet so quickly,
you forget
we
my
find
name.
Source so dangerous. What in his death caused it?
Okay, now we run. We run. When we seal for someone, we just run because they will realize it
It's just in that
at some point that we've stolen from them, and they will start looking for us. No, I just accepted some quests from this guy. Oh shit. Yeah, so it doesn't matter who, as long as someone else sees you, it's enough to stop you from stealing. Oh, she's got a lot of stuff.
Who in their right mind would think of a thing like this?
Okay, run. Dobranoc, Ksar. Oh, here is a gem from one of the mods. But it doesn't actually belong to us. So this rock gives us abilities for meta sorcery, and even though I gave the stone back instantly, we got the abilities anyway. But the stone lets us get some info on the abilities. I don't know all of them. Okay, now we run. Okay, so we are not going to use summoning, but we definitely will be using necromancer abilities. I need summoning to be able to learn meta sorcery, so I'm not sure I'll be even using it, since I don't plan on learning summoning, at least for now.
I never thought I'd see you.
Okay. Apparently even dog is good enough to stop us from stealing from someone. But we can work around this.
The dog focuses at the cat.
Okay, and now he looks the other way. Okay, get away, get away, get away, get away. So now we've got the polymorph abilities. And they are actually pretty damn useful. Tentacle Lash is good for early game, while Chameleon Cloak is MVP of every solo run, pretty much, ever.
It is as you say.
Sit, my friend. Come.
It's a good moment to rearrange my abilities.
As you say. You are quite safe. I am so glad.
Right now I can rather easily fit everything on one screen, but later on it will be way more difficult. Okay, I still don't have the shovel. Okay, I hope she stops searching for me. Yeah, seems like it.
I never thought I'd see old dear nothing fit as a fox again. Haven't seen a man
Griffin is right.
closer to the
Sword know
hole
what
in
he-
all my days. A right miracle it is. Maybe I ought to study a bit of magic myself. Once I'm out of here, that is.
Okay, Chicken Claw is actually really good. So I'll get it instantly. As well. All the polymorph abilities are excellent early game. Okay, now I just need to find someone who actually has a shovel. I can get one from Griff, but that's stealing actually. Oh, this guy gives us what was skills from one mod? I think this is the braid. It's called Spectra. Yeah. Oh, some of these are actually really good. And I haven't tried this mod before. I only read that that people think it gives you quite a lot of damage, but it's not terribly unbalanced.
Don't tell anyone where you got this.
Take your coin then.
Okay, so with our debuffs, other characters. Decaying is good if we actually had any healing, or if the opponent has healing. Okay, Agony is Agony is just damage over time, apparently.
If a magister finds this on you, you forget my name here.
Oh, Dreadful looks like a great ability later in the game. Well, multiplying the damage will be the best we can get to actually get more damage. Okay. Spectre Banshee. Okay, it's a summon. Oh, I actually picked the wrong skill.
Watch yourself.
Purge and Essence Bolt should be enough. And yes, I'm running out of slots already.
If a magister
Perhaps if those bleeding dwarves didn't eat so much.
Okay. What does Purge do? Shadow Potion Target Soul. Purge a soul stacks of agony. Okay, so it does like bonus 3-4 damage. More than if you just kept the agony stacks. Okay.
The cat's eyes are...
Okay, I was supposed to find a shovel and keep forgetting. Like, I technically have a lot of stuff to do at the same time. Okay, I just clicked on... It was a mistake, okay? I didn't plan on clicking that. Because there's always a shovel...
Ain't fit for beasts.
Wait, it was... Oh, yes, here's the shovel. It's always here, but taking it is stealing. And it's pretty difficult to get the sneaking over here. Oh my god. Okay, I have to load. I didn't actually think that they would try to kill me instantly. And I did that by mistake. I didn't plan on clicking that. Again. Yeah, so the bad thing about playing honor mode is you need to reload a lot. Because you simply can't afford to die like that. Like, okay, even if I wasn't playing honor mode, I would have to load that anyway, so... Okay. There are a lot of characters watching this area. This is character over here, there are like 2 characters walking over there, character over here, so it's pretty difficult to steal that shovel.
Heading into the kitchen. Don't try anything funny around Griff, right?
Okay, so I'll probably just have to find someone. What happened here? Oh, I just stopped playing Gwent. That's what happened. Because Homecoming launched.
If we chant the endless prayer, the next
And I really... First, I don't have enough time to just keep playing hours and hours of Gwent to stay professional. And second, I just don't like Gwent, the new Gwent, that much.
The woman is manipulating a glove-like contraption fitted with 5 long metal skewers. She
Okay,
doesn't
I would
look
just
up
buy
to
the
your profile.
unidentified glass.
And what you after?
And now I decided to start playing some other games. I don't expect to get massive amount of viewers while playing games like Divinity, but it doesn't cost me anything to do that. Oh, there's actually a second shovel over here. Like, I didn't notice that.
Let me guess. You're ready for a match. Dunno.
Okay, I actually have no clue what to get a shovel here. I'm pretty sure you can craft one, but I don't remember the recipe. I might have to check that on the internet. Or like, I don't know, find one. I always manage to find one at some point.
The man rolls his sleeve.
good work.
He stretches out one rough.
Suit yourself. Good to me. I've just got a small.
Okay, I didn't complete the quest with the card. So when we healed the guy that was near death, we got a special card from here that we can show here to get all the money.
Looky here, man. Why don't you join us in a round? Chuffed.
You glance at your hand. 2 Ralvo's eyes linger on the...
Now, where'd you get a thing like that, mate?
Ralvo...
Go.
Yeah, we have to always lie that Griff gave us to us. Every other scenario leads to a fight, pretty much. These guys usually just steal money from you or lead you into a fight, so...
A single name.
Okay, now we can go do other quests. We are pretty well prepared now, since I got a lot of abilities, and I'm almost level 3. So we can start doing some fighting. I could use some more physical armor, but more than 0 is enough, pretty much, because armor is and magic armor are super important because they let you, they obviously let you get immunities to CC, and if you get CC on a solo run, you pretty much always reload, especially later in the game. Oh, I have to run. I have to run. I have to run. Because he will notice. At least he should notice that I just stolen it from him. Yep, he just noticed that. And I can't be in the vision when that happens.
Whimpering sounds from behind a basket. The child quiets and seems comfortable.
There are monsters here. Lizard ones and real ones. It's really scary. And I miss my Marge. Master, it's their fault. I'll never see Marge.
Aww, the child was exactly like Sabine, also a slave to a lizard.
Parents are the best.
Her eyes
I think if you played this conversation right, you can get a scroll from her, but it's not super important.
Where is she? You go with us. Who are you? Are you from the shelter? She says nothing of another. Fire, alas! She is so late! Yes, Atusa. She is a lizard. She is a but Atusa is overdue. She promised us to come at noon. We're afraid to stay. Afraid to leave.
How to be racist with Sabine. Kill all the lizards. Period. Okay, so I'm not sure how we can move with this quest. You can escape with Magisters late in the game, no problem, without doing any quests here, but I think if I played this right, I could get some bonus experience, but I never did that. Okay, so here's a fight. It's not very tough, but it still can give you trouble. Especially when you don't play as summoner, because playing as summoner is just mandatory for an easy early game. Oh, and we rolled Champion of Death, so he gets a lot of Necromancer abilities. This rolled Arrow of Acid, so he gives us acid when he's next to us, and this guy... What does Difficult do? Yeah, he restores magic armor each turn, which is useless against us. Bullhorns gives us Bull Rush for free, and it allows us... It gives us free Retribution, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it gives us free Retribution for 0 points, so pretty good. I should probably, instead of focusing one target, I should just reduce all their armor to 0 so I could CC them and then kill them. I think I have to put all the potions on my bar, because it's very easy to die, especially early in the game. So this is a good moment where I show how camel invisibility is broken when you play solo. Target self. Okay, and now we go to invisible. So when there is nobody present, which your enemies can damage, they will just usually walk around randomly, doing pretty much nothing. And invisibility lasts 2 turns, so I can just pass, they do nothing. Now I delay my turn, and they still do nothing, because the enemies can delay the turns, like players can. And now I've got pretty much double turn, with one of them having... in one of them I have 8 AP instead of 6, so... I think everybody can imagine why it's pretty broken. Or like, not even imagine, everyone can see why it's broken. Okay, is he going to die? How much does Agony do? Agony still does 2 damage? Even on 2 stacks? Okay. Okay, I'll just retreat and pass, probably. For a moment I thought that bleeding is slowing him down, for whatever reason, but it doesn't seem like it. He's just naturally super slow. Oh my god, he is Champion of Death, so he can actually resurrect allies as well. Okay, so we're just gonna kite back. Oh shit. I didn't want to quit combat. Fuck. Yeah, so... I got a bit too far. And I have to do it all over again. Actually, when was the last time I saved? No, I think loading won't be good.
Glory is mine.
Okay, so for now the combat is pretty simple and pretty repetitive, but it's pretty abusing invisibility in early games is pretty much the only way you can make it work. Unless you have some otherwise I'm pretty sure you would have to abuse summoning. And by abuse I mean just use summons because they are super strong early game.
Glory is mine.
He just keeps exploding. Yeah, he should die now. Yep. Oh, we actually lost half of our HP. He should know only one range spell. Okay, and thankfully we weren't burning for any massive amount. But the good thing about playing Necromancer is that we get a lot of lifesteal for free. Which confirm is just 2/10 of free CC, as long as the target has no armor.
I'm ready.
So the gameplay is pretty volatile, especially when I'm not going tanky. Like later in the game, enemies will have fuck ton of damage, so even if I get a lot of armor and magic resistance, it would be very easy for me to die randomly, so I'll have to be very careful. Early on I don't have enough. I just don't have armor and magic resistance. Later on enemies will just do a lot of damage. Casting Will grants you deflecting for 110. Deflecting means that all projectiles will be deflected back to the person that cast them. Double dagger for the backstab bonus. Pretty good. Okay, so we got like 17% experience for this combat. plus a few items. Yeah, usually combat will actually involve me not resetting the fight multiple times. I just made a few mistakes here. At least as long as the fight won't be extremely difficult for this build. And nice thing about going physical damage dealing characters, usually enemies don't have any resistances to physical damage, especially if the physical damage comes from spells. Then, while when you do elemental damage, enemies usually have multiple resistances, sometimes even absorb the damage completely. So you constantly, sometimes a few fights where if majority of your damage comes from fire and your enemy for whatever reason is immune to fire completely, it can slow the fight massively. Okay, now we have to retrieve teleportation gloves from crocodiles, so more fighting.
I only mean that if you think about it logically. Please.
You're talking.
Oh,
Say it. Go on.
well, a flat.
Shit.
I don't know, I just try to find the shovel, because I need a shovel
I'm meeting someone here.
to complete a few quests.
The woman looks out on the gently lapping waves. She seems totally at peace.
Haven't seen you around here. Well, most. Easy.
Okay, I should be able to see from her. Okay, bye. Oh, they stole everything from Beast on the ship. Unless they change something, they don't get equipment again after the ship incident. Okay, so these are the crocodiles. This fight is actually pretty tough. And it's pretty easy to die here if I make a few mistakes. Especially really most of the fights is constantly running back from your enemies and just striking them. Alright! They never... Okay, so they got new abilities because they never petrified before. This might be more difficult than previously. I guess some of the mods gave them abilities that can petrify me. And if I get petrified, there's no fucking way I can survive. Guess I will do that quest when I get more magic armor, because there's no way I can survive this. Sneaking won't do anything. I could try to tackle it from upstairs. No, it's just pointless. Like, they'll kill me anyway. I'm really not tanky. I have only 60 HP. Even if they don't go melee, they can just kill me with spells. Yeah, fucking crocodiles kill me with spells. Makes sense. Okay, so what quest do we do next? There's a quest from Gavin. And to further... Okay, I need to find the shovel, I think, at this point.
You are. I wonder what keeps you. Tell me your tale.
It doesn't stop me from getting some free money right here.
another divine arises. Will source change back?
Okay, I still have no clue how to get a shovel.
Ah, you're
You
back.
forget my name here?
Okay, instead I will just check how to craft a shovel on the internet. Divinity 2, shovel, craft. Um, oh, use a stick and a bowl. Nice. I have a stick and a bowl. I have a branch. Not sure if that counts. I need a bowl. Does a shell count for a bowl? There's only one way to find out. Kill me. Okay, that's not what was supposed to happen.
She ain't coming back.
So, the only problem with having a mod that gives you a lot of new recipes is that you can accidentally make something you didn't want to make when you start doing random stuff with your items. Well, I can get a lot of shells here, no problem anyway.
Hey, lady, sure, though.
She doesn't even say anything interesting. I get a long stick somewhere here. I really don't see a stick here. Unfortunately, there is no search function in the inventory, just to make my life a little bit harder. I'd never find a mod that lets you search through your inventory. Like, you've got a few tags, sure. It would be nice if we could just search for specific items. Okay, I think this is a point where I just... Okay, I think I have to just buy the stick and the bowl, apparently. This is not supposed to be so difficult. Maybe I'm making this difficult, I'm not sure. Maybe there's a shovel over here, somewhere. Oh, well, I don't see it.
Amidst a crowd of screws, bolts, and scraps of metal, the woman is
Short
manipulating
stick.
a glove-like contraption fitted with 5 long
Long
metal
branch,
skewers.
yeah, whatever.
She doesn't look up as you approach.
And what you after?
And now I just need to find a bowl.
Maniac.
Oh, there it is, there it is! Okay, we might be saved. Please. This one. Lord have mercy. Thank you very much. Okay, now we can progress. Good. Good. At long freaking last.
Suffers tiger teeth. Just like me, ma'am.
Okay, so we can finally continue the quest that requires us to dig through Earth.
Oh, lucky find.
What can it be in my day? Your kind are wicked yet. Please, good lady, you must free me. Prize this spear from my chest. Oh, bless. Seize the.
Okay. Normally we can get the spear from here. We have enough strength, but I don't think I can get enough strength without actually investing into it. So alternatively, we can destroy the spear.
Good madam, you've set my body. I have after he, but I know this place well. Marvelous, but the switch brackets
Nice.
would have made me a supplicant. I never thought I would.
Okay, pretty much we are supposed to freeze, so end of quest. Okay, memory, intelligence, talents. Bigger and better are all skilled up. Yeah, all skilled ups is easier. We can start investing in thinking now. Okay, I'm gonna invest 1 point into Scoundrel, just to get some of the abilities that you get from Scoundrel. And then I should probably pick Geomancy and Hydrosophist just to get armor and armor restoration abilities. Like some of these are really damn good. But I could also just go Warfare for more damage. I could also go for Summoning just to get the meta abilities. So many options. Yeah, I think I will go for Utility for now, and then just go full Warfare. Sounds reasonable, but I don't have this many memory slots though. Yeah, I think I would just go for Meta Sorcery, so I'll pick Summoning. And then I'll go for Warfare for now. Right. Okay, we can get out of here. Can I just steal from her? Yep, with some clever placing I can. They aren't actually moving, so it's a good moment to actually look at the options. The synchronization looks good. Time Fracture is pretty bland. I use Acceleration on myself. And Pendulum. Pendulum doesn't give anything that's really good. Oh, it gives increased critical strike chance and a dodge. Okay. Okay, Pendulum isn't terrible, but I don't think I'll be using it for now. Oh, I think I should run. I got summoning, right? Yeah. So I can now pick Meta Sorcery. But I actually need 3 slots for Meta Sorcery. So I just have to kick something here. Okay, push is the least important. Okay, I've played a bit with Meta Sorcery, it's really fun to play with. Especially later when you get more abilities. And especially on tank character. But I think it can be... It's actually pretty broken, honestly. When you know what you want to do with it. So maybe I will just drop it later on, but for now I will stick with it. I think I will just go and buy some armor, so I don't have to repeat every fight 1 billion times.
State your business.
Okay, I'm going to get a shield now. I don't actually have a shoes. Okay. Give me gold. Right now we can just use 1 weapon and be fine.
State your business.
I guess I could use some trousers. Okay, now our character actually looks pretty decent and has decent armor. Okay, actually have to just destroy the barricade or use teleportation. Actually, this is a good moment to show how we can use Okay, wait, I'll move this a little bit around. Okay, so Meta Sorcery allows you to play with the rules of the world, technically. The Meta Sorcery also which is supposed to be playing pretty much the god and the rules of the world. So all the abilities, most of them don't do anything specific. You get a few components that you can use to target specific characters and add some effects to the spell, and then you use Compose to actually activate the spell. So now, for example, the Derive and Designate allows you to choose the target and the origin with the Mark ability, which, for example, when I'm in Derive state, I can mark Barricade as the origin, and then switch to Designate to mark this piece of earth here as the destination. Now I cast Compose, which teleports the barricade to a specific spot. I could also use that to teleport myself to any spot in the range. Yeah, that's just a few of the examples on how you can use Meta Sorcery. And that's only with the basic 3 abilities. Later you get many more abilities that let you combine with compose. And it's not that broken because I need to spend 3 AP total to teleport something wherever I want. Okay, I think I'm going to try to kill one frog and then run away from combat. Okay, so pretty much, only because I'm able to use invisibility, I can get 3, 2 or even 3 turns at the beginning of the combat. Okay, now I just run away. Oh, I actually didn't know I would disengage from the combat completely. So technically I can cheese this entire fight by just waiting for Chameleon Cloak, starting the combat, killing someone, running away, going away.
Are you sure the squirrel turns his...
I actually didn't want to engage the speech over here. Champion of Persistence gives him more movement speed, more AP, physical resistance. Okay, so I actually do less damage to him. Or at least I should be doing less damage to him. But it's not like I have any elemental damage, so no matter. It's not like I have any other option than to kill him with physical damage. Yeah, normally those frogs can't use Guardian Angel. I'm not sure why he just exploded. This is out of sight. Okay, now it's not. Oh! Immunity to knockdown. Okay, he just exploded to death. Okay, didn't know Champion of Persistence gives you immunity to knockdown. Yeah, apparently this frog was too far from me to actually stay in the combat once I killed this one. So instead of playing with visibility, I can just knock him down instantly. if I end up thinking that Spectre is too bland for this gameplay, I can just drop it at some point. Okay, and there is the owner chest here. Normally, I wouldn't be able to get it without using teleportation, but since I have meta sorcery, I can just teleport the chest. Oh, and here was the shovel, which I've been looking for the entire game. I mean, like, the past 1 hour. Okay, actually, killing those frogs was part of the quest, I think. At least...
The frogs are gone.
Yeah, the frogs are gone.
Shall be safer.
Actually, I have no clue when did she ever tell anything about frogs previously.
It is good.
But apparently she would say something about them. Or, I don't know, it's just random.
She breaks into a huge chart.
One friend brings another. He gets better. Little by... Thank you, my friend. But only you survive. I see.
She's squid.
I do not...
Okay, just give me the rewards. Oh, free necromancy.
I am so glad.
I think I will take it. Okay, now we go for the crocodiles at long last. Is she even sprinting? Oh, it says here that she is. I dread to think how slow she would be if I didn't have the mod for sprinting. Okay, I'll try to engage from over here. I also get bonus 20% more damage because I have the high ground. Did I save? Yeah, I saved. Okay. Midnight oil? Why do these crocodiles have midnight oil? What's going on here? Bull form always gives free retributions and it costs 0 AP, so there's no reason to not use it. Shit. I can't actually target it. So instead of staying in one spot like an idiot, I can also try to cover, so they'll be forced to move around to hit me. Oh, sometimes the AI is a little bit woggy. Okay, now I can delay, because they still can't really hit me. Okay, this time he managed to do that, actually. This one crocodile, which has the teleportation gloves, can actually teleport himself. What the fuck? Why does he have Rapture? I didn't even know this spell exists. Why does he have it? My god. The targeting can be such a bullshit in this game sometimes. What? What? Nani? What the fuck is that? Okay, I guess I'll spend this turn on getting out of here. Okay. So I'm setting them up for a good combo. Okay. Now we'll use Compose to teleport them in one spot. Normally I would use teleport here, but I don't have it. So I'll try to... Okay, can I actually combo them there? Yeah, I can. It's worth noting that later in the game it's not so like you have to be mindful of using the invisibility abuse, because if you take any kind of damage while invisible, invisibility ends instantly. Also, enemies sometimes use AoE abilities pretty much randomly when you are invisible, so you have to be mindful of that as well. I have no clue why they're... Oh, because... Yeah, they're trying to hit Celora, who's over here. Okay. Okay, this should damage them. Okay. I should have actually teleported him first here. That's fine. Atrophy means he can't base attack me. Which is pretty much exactly what I wanted. I'm not sure I can teleport him with Meta Sorcery if he has Fortified, because usually Fortify means that you can teleport the target, but technically I'm bending the rules of the world or whatever, so... I just wasted 1 AP, okay. Nice, nice Jack. That's not exactly the spot I picked, but close enough. Oh, and I'm retarded, he still has armor. Nice. And I have no clue why he didn't take... Did he dodge the attack? What happened? I didn't see. Oh my god, why do they keep spamming Fortify? I could technically use fireballs. Only one of them has magic resistance. And I will pretty much never use them after this in this game. Okay, he pretty much dies to the fire already. Oh, he also has the high ground here, so I take even more damage. That was creative use of Midnight Oil. Midnight Oil means he just spawns oil, but since he spawned it in the fire, it just turned into more fire. Okay, I'm going to probably just teleport myself. Since I'm slowed, so moving traditionally would be really painful here. Okay, now I can just turn him into a chicken. Okay, nice. This is one of the tougher early game fights. So it's nice that I completed it without much of a hassle after leveling up a bit. And we've got the teleportation gloves.
Looking around for joy.
Okay, so since we have the teleportation gloves, we can now actually complete the Gavin questline.
So, what's the news? Well, give me your map.
Actually, normally the game assumes that you can't follow after Gavin, but this time around I have my own teleportation, so we will get to see what happens to Gavin after he leaves us behind. I hope the game is prepared for me actually being able to do that. Since, like, it's not like anything is stopping the player from returning to this location once they actually have some self-teleport abilities, so the game should definitely be prepared for me being able to do that. Okay.
Now, come towards me. I'll teleport you down. I just need to see you clearly.
Also worth noting,
Close to the edge as you can.
in this mod, some of the mods changed so the teleport actually does air damage instead of physical, which technically works against me instead of for me in this scenario, but it's fine. I'll teleport. I'll set my teleportation spot already.
Even the air smells better here above that pit. Thanks for the help. And Good luck getting yourself out.
Oh my god, there's no way I'll fight them all. This fight is pretty difficult. Can I help him? They don't want to engage in combat. Oh, now we are in. Holy fuck, there's so many enemies here. There's no way I'm fighting this. I don't have enough EOE to make this work. It would take like 1 billion years. Even if Gavin actually ended up being useful. I'm what, level 3? 4? Level 3. Okay. I'm out of here. Goodbye. Bye bye. Yeah, obviously he's going to get decimated. So we're originally supposed to drop down here.
You fought hard on the location of your fortune before pop.
I wasn't prepared for that. What now?
Got a good reason. And how? Before you got go. Oh, say.
Okay, this is just a guy who's picked a very weird vacation spot inside a cell on an island where everybody tries to kill you. Every Magista, I mean. I'm not sure I can picklock that. Thankfully I can. In this game you can also just destroy the doors physically instead of unlocking them.
The statue, the droplet burns.
But it takes a long time, and you can destroy all those. And usually, if you do that, you also lose quality, durability on your weapons. So, okay, and here's a spot with a lot of recipes. So I'm just gonna pick all of them and just read them to get like 500 recipes. Also, some of the mods added dyeing, so I can make our armor have specific color.
Good find.
God damn it. Okay, I can just double click these. Okay. In Crafting Overhaul they also added so I can actually imbue my armors. But that's not what I want to do later in the game. So that's pretty nice. I think gold was not normally in the game, I'm not sure. Anyway, from what I understand you can also level up equipment by putting it over in this machine. And if you have the gold available. So we can try that. don't have enough gold bars. Do I need to put the gold bar here? Or is it one gold bar for one piece of equipment? Okay. Nice. Okay, there's also an NPC which you can pay that also upgrades your items instead of relying on gold bars. Okay, so that's enough for this location. Now we go to... I would prefer to reach level 4 before I have to fight the Magisters. Okay, so I think we can just go to the arena now.
You come to fight. You come to prove yourself.
She's got
To prove? No, good.
Okay, I saved, so... this fight can be a little bit tricky and take a long time if you don't have enough damage or the abilities and you have to stall for forever. But I should be good here. So it's pretty important to... If you want to finish this fight quickly, you want to focus Elsa, because she is the healer here. Otherwise you focus Verila, because she can do damage to you from afar rather easily. Okay, she was actually in range to hit me here. Okay. So I let them come to me. So now I can come to Elsa and just kill her. Okay, destination. If something goes horribly wrong, I will just reload. Okay, I don't remember him having Swarm. Okay, let me store anything that's actually useful. Okay, this is not very important, but this is. Armor of Frost will be good to have. Haste is also pretty good to remember. Later on I will get I think on level 8 I will be able to get talent that lets me lifesteal magic armor on top of my life. Considering I lifesteal on everything I do, that would be really good to have by. Okay, thankfully the dog is unable to climb ladders, so I don't have to worry about him. Viril is the only one that can actually do damage to me reliably, but at least I have the high ground. And Gideon needs to round after me, but he can be pretty annoying. Oh, especially with crippling blow. And I'm even blinded, so I can't really move. I can't actually heal blinded or crippled with the abilities I have. I can't even teleport myself to hit Ailsa. Oh, this is unfortunate. Okay, I guess I will just hit Gaydon to remove some of his armor and go invisible. I hope I won't get hit with burning. Okay, I won't. Probably. Yeah, and yeah, as you can see, she can just regenerate herself. So it's really annoying to deal with. How much damage do I do? Oh, pretty abysmal numbers. Nice. But CC is still CC.
Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself.
That throw dust is so gay. Thankfully I can still damage anything that's close enough to me, even when I'm blinded.
Prepare yourself. I'll yield to none.
Okay, now is a good moment to run away. A bit to wait for cooldowns to come back. Laura, why are you blocking movement? God damn it! Okay, I hope the archer won't be able to hit me here. Actually, I'm pretty sure he will be, so I'll move here and waste one more point. Oh, he still can hit me. Well, that's just great. And that was now that's just cheap.
Prepare yourself.
Okay, nice. She came to me, so now I can just kill her here. I can just teleport Gidon again to the other end of the world.
Glory is mine.
Okay, this looks far enough Will he actually be able to come back from there? Ah, okay, the game didn't put him somewhere he shouldn't be able to be, thankfully. I actually would hate to break the game with this. I was just curious what would happen. Okay, I think I'm pretty confident I won't lose this one, so I will just save. It's usually very risky to save mid-combat from which you can't run away. Because if you actually can't win, then you can't go back from the fight. Are you kidding me? I can't move. Laura is blocking the passage.
Has it turned on us or just lost its mind?
I think you have turned on me, you fucking prick. Shit. I guess I should have just used chicken form. Okay, time to go invisible. I was wondering why he did that, and then I realized he damaged Rex with Swarm so he could kill himself, because Swarm actually gives you 100% lifesteal. Okay, this should be good enough. I can just melee her to death. I didn't want to use all my spells on her because I actually want to hit Geddon as well. And now I can just see. Why is he out of sight? What? What happened here? Why is there a black cloud over here? And I'm crippled, so... Okay, now I can see him. Well, never mind. I'm not sure what's going on here. I'm really not sure. Oh, okay. I guess he has necromancy. So even without weapon he can do something. Oh, I didn't even realize he was Champion of Blood. What did that do? It gives vampirism to everybody, and also initiative to him. Oh, that's why he was first all the time. I should have probably backstabbed him from the start. Now I just have to finish the dog. Which was very simple considering he can't even attack me. Okay, I might teleport him to me, because I can CC him anyway. Yeah, he tries to run away.
Well, that was easy.
Oh, actually, I forgot there are some chests in this arena with some minor items that you can pick up,
Fine man. You may get a warrior.
but they are not important. So it's not terrible if I didn't pick them up. Okay. More armor, pretty nice. Now, because we became the one, we can also remove our color.
It's you. It's really you. You gave him out. You're the champ, ain't you?
She classed.
Then you're our best hope.
She looks.
It would me, the one. You may be the one to save us all. There's only one thing to do. What a
She manipulates.
You hear me now?
Okay. Now, because we don't have the color, every Magister will try to kill us, so it's bad. They don't give much experience, even though they do. So it's best to just avoid them when possible. Like, I could technically min-max and kill pretty much everybody I meet, just to get the experience, but it's just bothersome, usually, to do that.
Yarrow girl, you've grown to hell.
I've spotted something.
Okay, now we'll be fighting the fire slugs. This shouldn't be too difficult. At this stage.
You there? Willow, well, how do you think? You would be wise. You've been
The creature.
We were not always like my now truly.
Oh wait, usually when I use random options here,
Something's up ahead.
I end up getting into the fight with them, so it's pretty weird that even though I was clicking randomly, I didn't end up fighting. Oh, he's hovering apparently. Okay. At least these guys don't explode on death, which is pretty nice. Unlike the turtles. Actually, I should be resting straight before I go into combat, because then I get a buff that gives me immunity to 1cc. And some
there.
stats bonuses.
Whatever you are. Did Brackers send you? Silence. I won't have the you. He put a curse on me and all of my courtiers, transforming us into the
slugs.
You seem in an awful hurry to leave. An awful hurry. You know what that makes you seem like to me? A spy.
Okay, I have persuasion 0 by the way.
Truly a servant of Brackers, then you should know in which hand he wields his axe. Left or right? Ah, indeed it is. For Brackers' axe is two-handed, of course. Clearly, you are who you claim. Take this message to Brackers. Tell him I'm still awaiting.
Okay, that was ridiculous. So now I just go and kill her. Target was out of sight apparently. Yeah, the best thing, she gives water resistance aura, and they have fire resistance, so you can't actually damage them with 2 elemental elements at the same time. Like, you would think that these guys should be like really not resistant to water. Well, apparently they are, because fuck you. That's why. Yeah, these guys will take some time to get here, thankfully. Actually, I think I will have to pick shield throw. It is so stupid that they heal themselves by running, because they have 150% immunity to fire, meaning they are healed by fire. But since they are slack, they also leave fire behind them when they are moving, so they instantly get healed by this effect. Fun. Yeah, this is. I should probably remove their armor. Okay, I'll have to get myself out of here. Okay, I also have to remove fire manually using a restoration, just to make sure that my invisibility is not broken next turn. Oh my god, they will actually attack her to heal her because they do fire damage? Oh no. Somehow that didn't heal me, but this one did. This is really painful. And I still have Bull Rush, good. Thankfully these guys are pretty slow. I'm getting pretty close to death here. Yeah, I think I will have to heal myself manually. Let me hit them. Thank you. Nice. Yeah, I'm trying to remove the armor, so I'll be actually so I will just chain CC them. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, I should have used AP boost first. Uh,
Glory is mine.
oh, they are actually in range. Okay, maybe they were saving AP actually. It definitely seems like it. Okay, I actually have to load. She might have one-shot me with this if she actually got the fire as well. Because I had fire, so I had the reduced fire resistance, so she would do increased damage to me and might have burned to death. Knowing my luck. I'm doing this fight because the experience reward is pretty damn good for this fight. Yeah, immolation did fucking 50 damage to me. So, yeah, she was definitely capable of killing me there. It's kind of lame that all the characters yield exactly the same quotes. They could have... It really wasn't too much to give them... to give different characters different quotes. They even have different voice actors. So I'm not sure why would you want every single one of them to say "Glory is mine" or "Prepare yourself." They could say a bit different quotes, and it wouldn't be the end of the world. Maybe I shouldn't be actually hitting the Queen Slime. I mean, all I'm achieving is... What am I achieving? Like, I have to kill him in one go, because they will start healing her if I don't kill her instantly. I could use Decaying Tosh on her. You know, that's actually a really good idea, now that I think of it. I should have thought of it sooner. I have to dose fire. But how do I do that? I could use armor of frost. Okay, now I won't get killed instantly. I mean, my invisibility won't be broken instantly. Okay, normally they would have healed her, the queen, but because she has decaying, they can't heal her. I think I will have to teleport myself out of this place after I kill her. Nice. I was worried that she would explode, so I didn't want to stay too close. Wait, is his status literally that he has leadership? Okay. Well, I guess that's something. Oh my god. Thankfully I just put it out of my toolbar. If I actually unlearn that, that would be really bad. I don't want to move too far away, just to make sure that I don't quit the combat accidentally. Oh, he actually blocked my passage with this. Pretty interesting. Okay, so I'm just kiting them around because they really wouldn't have a hard time killing me if they started beating me down. Okay, I think he'll be able to hit me. But the other one shouldn't be able to. I think I should have saved before I started kiting them. Okay, thankfully I'm alive. And I can definitely win from this spot, so... So I just got trolled. Nice. If I died to this, I would be so mad. hope this kills him. Good. Oh, the fire turned into a smoke cloud. And it disappeared instantly. Seemingly in the middle of my turn. That was pretty weird. Nice. At last we leveled up. So I'll finish this combat level up, and I think that's enough for today. Yeah, he just bled to death. So this will... I'll put like 2 more points into memory. Since more skills, more fun. In theory. I have to put 1 more point into polymorph for sure. Okay, and with that, at level 4 we get a new bunch of spells. So what do we actually get? All the metacrafting spells are learned automatically, so we don't need to visit. We don't need the books to learn to learn these. Extended Incantation is probably the most broken and dangerous for this run spell at the same time. It gives us 3 action points, but we can't use any non-meta sorcery skills or attack. However, we can move, and the AP will get carried over to the next turn if we just pass. And in the next turn we can use the AP however we want. Reductor Stabilis makes the target explode, dealing physical damage to everyone around. It deals damage to everyone around except for the target which was actually exploding. So we can target ourselves, summons, enemies. They explode at the start of the turn. And Affectology stores the most recent status effect applied to target character, which can include Reductor Stabilis since it's a status effect. And once you store the status effect, you can apply to them using Mark. And then the origin and the target from Derive will get the status effect from affectology once you use compose. Keep in mind that affectology will get reset after you use compose, so we have to store another status effect again once you use affectology. Okay. Okay. I'll move these around a little bit. Okay, the synchronization. Okay, so technically when we spam time spells, we can get shots of time. Surge of time would actually be insanely good for someone like Summoner or Tank who doesn't do much damage himself. Mainly Summoner would use this, since Tank would still get reduced damage from armor explosion, I think. However, Surge of Time can be really good. Losing 1/3 of your damage can be a bit bad, but you can use Surge of Time to just pop all your defensive abilities for sure. Okay. Oh, the animation is unique as well. Nice. Okay, so that's enough for today, guys. So thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed. The next part... Okay, obviously this will be going to YouTube. If you're watching this from YouTube, then ignore me. The model is available in the description, for sure. I hope I did post it. Okay, so the next part should be available in like 1-2 days, depending when I'll have enough time to stream something. Also, it might happen that I'll feel like playing some other game instead of Divinity, then I will be just streaming the other games. So, with that in mind, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. So, goodbye. Good night, guys.